Hi, my name is Jeanette and I want to thank you for joining me on the channel Jane Reads. So today I'm going to share a book haul from the months of June and July. I have previously mentioned before I am trying to read through what's on my TBR shelf, what I own, and I'm trying to be cautious about what I'm spending on books. So at the beginning of the year I set a goal that I would earn a cent per page on every book I read. So if I read a book that was 312 pages, I earned $3.12 to go towards purchasing a book. Then if I completed a line on my TBR bingo challenge, I would get $5 extra for every line I completed. So I did kind of go, the last major book haul I shared was back in March, so I will link it below. And I got a lot of books in during that period of time. So at the start of June, I was $67 in the hole with my purchasing. I am now only $40 in the hole. So I mean, I've improved and I've got books. So I mean, that's worked out, right? So basically, I have accumulated 16 books in the last 2 months. So I'm just going to go through the ones that I got on my Kindle. I'll do them first, and then I'll go through the physical ones that I've got. So in the beginning of June, I picked up Love and a Little White Lie by Tammy L. Gray. And I also got Someone to Trust by Melanie D. Sniker. Now, both of these were free on my Kindle when I picked them up. Then I got Someplace Familiar and Suddenly Forever by Teresa Tysinger. And I got those, and then I read them in, did I read them in June? No, I read them in July. And my review just went up for that whole series, so I will also link that below. In July, I received 3 ARCs for my Kindle, and those ARCs were Walt's Apprentice by Dick Nunes, Crossfire by Lynette Eason, and The Last Way Home by Liz Johnson. So those are all the Kindle books that I got in the last 2 months. Then for physical books. So basically, I mentioned before that my brother owns a Christian bookstore, but I don't get to go to it very often because of the location. He is located in Toronto. I will link his website below. You can order online, but not everything is online. It is best to go in store to shop. So every time that my mom goes there, she will take pictures of the bargain section or any of the discounted books that aren't online and then send them to me and then kind of hang around the store while I'm looking through the pictures, and then I will text her and say, I want that book and I want that book and I want that book. So then she buys for me. And then next time I see her, she brings those books to me. So that is how my mom and I shop together without being together and support my brother. So, and my mom is also a very avid reader. And if she picks up a book and has really enjoyed it, then she will give it to me to read. So the first pile of books are the ones that she has read and given to me. Wait, that one doesn't belong. So the first one is Dangerous Mountain Rescue by Christy Barrett. She picked this up at a local thrift store and read it. It was one of the first love-inspired suspense books that she read. She got a whole bunch at once, and I don't know like if this was the first one, but she was reading them all at once, and she really enjoyed them. So she gave me quite a few to choose from, but I only picked up the ones, or the one, I guess. I only kept the one that I really wanted to read, and Christy Barrett is an author I have read a lot of, and I've really enjoyed. And this one just came out in March. So that is that one. Then she gave me The Sound of Rain by Sarah Loudon Thomas. I had never heard of this author before. It is published by Bethany House. I don't even know when this book came out. Oh, there's something inside it. Okay. This one came out in 2017. It is a historical fiction. Other than that, I know nothing about this author. I've never read from her before. I didn't even recognize the name. But my mom said she really enjoyed it, so I'll give it a try. Then she gave me The Things We Knew by Catherine West. This is a fiction. I think it's a contemporary fiction. It's published by Thomas Nelson. This one came out... Oh, she put her initials in it. This one came out in 2016. So she had seen that I had chosen a Catherine West book for her to buy for me, and she had really enjoyed this, so she thought, well, I got the one here, have the second one, and you can read it. So again, I don't like to read descriptions on the back of the books a lot of times, so I don't tend to read them. I like to go in somewhat blind, or I might skim through the descriptions. That's just the way I go. Yeah. So then she also gave me Children of the Stars. Now, this is a book that at one of our shopping trips, I had asked her to pick up for me because I'd seen it and it just intrigued me. I had read a bit of the back. Apparently not the back. I'd read a little bit of the summary, and because it sounded very similar to one of my favorite books, I thought I want to give that a try. And my mom said, well, I have that book and it's on my shelf to read. So as soon as I'm done reading it, I'll give it to you. So she finally finished reading it and then she's given it to me. So I am looking forward to reading this at some point. So then the ones that she bought for me and then I paid her back for was Fifth Avenue Story Society by Rachel Hawk. I have read this book and I really enjoyed it, so I want to read it again. It is set in a library with 5 different characters that kind of come together with no connection to one another when they first meet, but then they build a friendship, and it's really interesting to follow and see how their stories go. So I really enjoyed this book, and it is a want to reread for me. Then I saw The Farthest Shores by Elizabeth Camden was on sale. So I have a few Elizabeth Camden books. I've never read them, but I thought, hey, why not? Like, it's on sale. Let's give it a try. So this is a historical fiction. I don't know anything else about it. The other book by Catherine West is Where Hope Begins. This is contemporary from what I understand. Again, I don't really know a lot about it. It was part of the sale, obviously, 3 for $12. And I do know that my best friend had read this a few years ago. This one came out... This one came out in 2018, and I know that she really enjoyed it. And I remember her telling me about it at the time, but then I had to go check on Goodreads, and it was like, was this the one, the Catherine West book that she really enjoyed, or was it another one? But it was this one. So I told my mom to pick this one up for me. So I will be reading that hopefully in the next 6 months would be the goal. Then I had her get Pelican Point by Irene Hannon. I have read this book, but I want to reread this series because I'm behind. So this is book 4 in the series. I own book 1 and 2, I think it is. I've read up to 5, and I own book 7 on my shelf. So I'm trying to complete kind of the missing books so that I can reread them or read them new, because I haven't read book 7. I haven't read book 6, but I don't own book 6 either. So I'm working on collecting this series so that I can read them. There is 8 books currently out. A 9th book is scheduled for next April, May, sometime next spring anyways, to come out. So I'm hoping I can get them kind of before that so I can be ready to be on track for that series. Then the last book I had her pick up, and this was one that I said, next time you're going, please get this book for me. I didn't care how much it cost. This is Life Flight by Lynette Eason. This is book 1 of the Extreme Measures series. I have book 2, Crossfire, as an advanced reader copy, which is why I wanted book 1, so that I could read it first and then I can read book 2. So those are all the books that I've gotten in the last 2 months. I've actually been pretty good about my spending, and I'm hoping I can get to kind of a zero balance, or I don't know, zero. I mean, as I said, I'm $40 in the hole right now. So zero might be pushing it a little bit, because there's 5 months left of the year. I'd have to do a lot of reading and no buying, but we will see. So those are the books that I have got in the last 2 months that I am really looking forward to reading. Have you read any of these books? Is there any that I should start with? This one, Life Flight, is on my TBR for August, so I will be reading it this month. The rest are not on my TBR yet. So which book, have you read any of these ones? Which one do you want me to start with? Please chat in the comments below. Have a good day. Bye.